What up, YouTube, or whoever is watching this on whatever medium? It's me, it's Steve. I am just getting ready to do a little overnighter. This is the first overnighter that I've done in several years. Solo overnighter, that is. Yeah, I'm just taking stock. I got the hat, backpack, poles, shelters, which I'm probably not going to need since the weather's going to be good. Entertainment, Kindle, painting stuff, and, you know, a few basic clothes. I don't think I'm going to need a whole lot. I'm trying out some minimalist toe shoes, see how those are going to work out for backpacking. I think, yeah, it's going to be a pretty basic trip. I'm going to run to the store and grab some snacks and sandwiches for the evening. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need. I think I'm good to go. But, yeah, I'm going to hit the road. It's about 1:20 right now. I want to get going by 2. I've only got about 2 miles to hike, and sunset is at 8:30. So in that respect, we should have plenty of time to get to the trailhead, get hiking, get set up, and just chill out. Alright, I am currently on the way to the trailhead. About a 2-hour drive, stocked up on all the goodies and necessary supplies that I will be needing for probably like the 18 hours I will be out here. Feeling good to get out of town, enjoying the greenery, and it's going to be some very nice weather for the entire weekend. So I've made it to the rougher part of the road here. So far it's going pretty good. I've definitely been down worse, but like every 100 feet we come up across these guys. Just like ruts cut through the road here. And it's not that bad. You just have to take it slow. Like, here's another one coming up. And slow down. And go through it. A little bit of scrape there, that's okay. Oh look, here's another one. I could just start walking at this point. It's only a few miles. Ooh, there's another car here. And it doesn't even look like it's 4-wheel drive either. Let's go to town. What is that, a Honda Fit? I mean, good on you for making it down this far. I've reached a gorgeous little campsite here. Or at least a fire ring. It's probably not an official campsite. There's the old Subi. And down the road here, I think this is the end. I was told there was some sort of berm, which I guess is like a roadblock or something. Yeah, this is pretty much the end. I don't think the Subaru is getting past this. So let's load up the gear and do some goddamn hiking. This is great. I'm pretty stoked, actually. This is a really gorgeous little spot. We'll see if I run into anyone else at the, there's only like one campsite that's probably 2 miles down the road here. I was dragging that the whole way. I guess I just parked on it. Whatever. All right, let's load up. Oh God, my feet are already wet. I stepped in some mud. These are my toe shoes, so I can look like a goon the whole time. I actually feel like the whole thing's a little sporting. I got my trekking tights. I got toe shoes. I don't think I'm even going to be using my trekking poles this weekend, but I've got one for the shelters, in case it gets buggy or rainy, which it's not gonna. Well, at least it's not gonna get rainy. And I'm gonna eat one of these sandwiches to start things off, and the other one will be for dinner. Enjoy a little bit of nature, slow down, and then it's just gonna be 2 miles in, 2 miles out. So it's like an hour of hiking. Depending on how much time I have when I get there and the conditions, I might just do like some trail running back and forth on this trail, or I'll maybe go exploring. The world is my oyster right now. All right, I think we're recording. I'm just finishing up a little car beer. Good old Fort George Brewing always makes delicious beer. And actually, I think I'm closer to them now than I am usually at my home in Portland. So here's to you, George. And yeah, I think we're about ready to roll. Pack is feeling insanely light. and let's motor. North Fork Salmonberry River, day 1 of 2. See you later, faithful forester, and let's dip into the real forest. Today, I am the forester. This is already pretty insane. Definitely my kind of hiking. Lush, creekside, got a little sign here. Closed to angling. How gorgeous is that? A little water slide. Goes down to a pool. Come on. This is amazing. So far the minimal shoes are holding up pretty well. I mean, I've barely done a half mile yet. And you know, there's a few surprise rocks here and there that get to me. But I do love the trail feel. There's really just nothing like it. I'm also getting a lot of little plants between the toes. I might have to stop and take those out every now and then. I can definitely see how hiking 10 miles a day in these things would take some getting used to, and I don't even know how you get used to your feet just stepping on rocks like this, other than trying to keep an eye out for it. Because sometimes with like how lush this trail is, it's tough to see what you're stepping on a lot of the time. Little creek, it's coming in and meeting with the rest of the river. Depending on what time I get back to camp, I might like to do a little dip. Things first, a little slippery. I've heard really good things about these Vibrams being good for, especially on wet rocks or something, but I don't know. On this wet bark, these are slippery as all hell. These are not the pair with the most tread on them. These are like, technically like cross trainers, or road shoes. Though I've heard plenty of people taking them off-road, as I am now. And they do great. They could definitely use a little more just cushioning for if you want to take these on like, 10-mile days or something. I don't know if these are going to cut it, but at the same time, I think a lot of people who are going to wear these kinds of minimalist shoes are going to get something with a little more tread. Comfortable as all hell though. I do really like them. They almost feel less minimal. Less minimal than my Merrells, my vapor gloves. But I think I've just had more time to break them in. This is gonna be wet. Yeah. Wet, oh muddy. Oh, there it goes. Okay, yep. That's barefoot for you. My feet are wet now and muddy. And I've got more stuff in my toes. It's also a really nice campsite here. I don't think this is the one though. This is a mile and a third in. As you can see right there, there's a nice little fire ring. And this is just grassy and gorgeous.
Let's take a look at the view over here. I feel like I could for sure call this home for the night. If there's going to be people camping at the other trailhead campsite. Got some butterflies over here. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. This is great. But let's venture on. The trail continues. So let's see it to the end, because it's only going to be like another 3/4 of a mile. So far, having a blast. Let's see how I feel when the sun goes down though. So I think I made it. Also ran into the other people that took the Honda Fit down here, but I don't really see anywhere else we can go. So I think this is kind of the gist of it. I'm going to let these folks kind of pick their site. I think this is going to be my site since the other one's way bigger, which is fine with me. I'll be right next to the river, which will be cool. Well, I have braved a crossing through thigh-high waters to see if I can do a little exploring. Oh, there's an even bigger campsite over here. Jesus. I might have to get my stuff and move all the way over here. God damn. Look at this. Gosh dang idyllic, if I do say so myself. But I don't think it's legal. Oh, and here is the little pathway. Let's see if we can go find ourselves a railroad. What is that? I wonder. That's fucking creepy. Oh my god, fuck. You can just feel the cold air coming out of it. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's fucking terrifying. That is so fucking creepy. Oh my god. I've never seen anything this creepy. I know it's just like a road. Thought I just heard something. I've got to go at least a little bit into it, don't I? Holy shit. I'm out here to be a brave boy. I'm not going any farther into that. That is very cool and very, very scary. I don't know why it's freaking me out so much, but oh my god, that is spooky. That is really cool. It's also really cool too. Oh. I wonder how much maintenance this thing would have taken back in the day. It's just so lush, and right now it's muddy as hell. I don't think I can even walk anywhere that's not on this railroad that isn't just like marshy and swampy. It's fucking creepy. Gives me the willy. Just gotta stay firm in your footing. Oh God, that's deep. Get up. I made it over. But I got pretty much up to my waist area. And there's no more sunny parts to dry myself off at. So I think it's time to try and make a fire. So right now I am contemplating crossing over the river to that campsite. It's very deep. It's deeper than you should generally think of crossing. You should never really cross water that's past your knees, and this is like up to my waist in the deepest parts, or upper thighs or whatever. But man, it's just a much nicer campsite. I don't think I would die or anything getting over there or back. Also just be quieter. So what to do? This really isn't much of a campsite. It's just a little loud. Well folks, sometimes doing something dumb pays off. My legs are a little wet, but I've got this gorgeous campsite all to myself, and even this part of the river is quieter. So I can hang out at the river and fuck around, listen to podcasts, admire the scenery. I'm stoked. And I think this might call for a beer. Or at least putting the beer in the creek. If there's any place I can do that without risking them. I could build a little rock dam, I think. Sounds fun. 1, 2, 3. I think that's probably secure enough. Now what though? Let's see if I can get a fire going. I think there's a little more firewood here than there was at the other place. I do feel like I should get my heart rate up, get warmed up a little bit just to dry off as much as I can before the night sets in. Let's see if we can get this started here. Got a little Vaseline-soaked cotton ball inside and some twigs. A lot of the wood is pretty wet. Alright, I maybe have something going here. It's been tricky so far. I'm using my little Bush Buddy fire stove. I'm gonna have to get that out of there eventually. But first I want to get this thing going. I think this is officially a fire. It took a while to get heated up. It's nice and time moving. Let's see how long I can keep it going. So it's pretty much an uphill battle to keep this fire going. And I'm pretty much out of bigger, drier pieces of wood, so whatever. My legs are still a little bit dry or wet. I'm staying warm. I've got the pad on. I've got my windbreaker to put on and the fleece, but I really should have brought like a base layer for my legs. But I think I'm just gonna pound the beer, eat some delicious food, and maybe turn in once the sun goes down and do some reading until I get tired. Just that easy. I actually love having a knife for this purpose. I used to carry a Leatherman, one of the smaller ones, but it was a Leatherman that had a saw on it, and I never really used it. It seems like it actually, in retrospect, would probably be a pretty ineffective sawing tool, just because it has no grip on it. There's this thing, it's super lightweight. I think it's only like 3 ounces or something like that. The blade is super hard. I don't think I've even dented it, and holds a good edge. It's also like 20 bucks, so it's kind of hard to beat. The sun has gone down, almost. It's about 9 o'clock right now-ish. And yeah, just winding down. About to dip into some dessert, which is upside down. Can you guess it? Yes, it's candy. I love these things. Just listening to podcasts, drinking beer, just finished dinner, ate the rest of that sandwich, and then I'll probably do some reading and then turn in. It's very chill. Very chill. Just the way I like it. It's been a long time since I've had a trip that was this mellow and also solo. The last solo trip that I did was in Indian Heaven about, how long ago was that? That was probably 2 or 3 years ago. Sounds about right.
Good morning, tubers and tubesters alike. It's about 9 o'clock on this lovely little day here. I'm thinking making some coffee. Sounds like just a ticket. Slept decently. Woke up a few times. I guess there's not actually a leak in my thermarest, which is awesome. I've had this thing for like several years now and it hasn't leaked a bit. I should get some more polycro though, because right now I have no ground sheet. Yeah, I feel like I should probably get up and start getting moving, but there's no rush. It's just me, and I don't have to get back at any particular time. Alright, the sun's about to come up, or at least not come up, but the sun's about to come out. So, let's make some coffee. To do that, we'll need to make a little tiny fire. See what we can do. So it looks like things got down about 47. Which is a little colder than I anticipated, but I was perfectly warm. Toasty. Sweating even. I had all of these layers on, and the down, like 10-degree down, and I was sweating. Alright, let's make some coffee. Let's see, I think we're starting to get something going here. There we go. Now it's blazing. Alright. I think the problem was that I didn't have enough smaller sticks because all the larger stuff burnt out. I no longer have any embers, so I have to break up some more stuff. And at long last, we've got a boil. Just took a little bit of burn on that second flare-up. But now it's going. Let's see. I wonder if I actually remembered to bring coffee. I'm kind of worried about that. Alright, so this is probably going to be the most fucked up breakfast I ever had because it turns out I did forget to bring the coffee. And something else too, all the hot cider. But in any case, breakfast for today is going to be a cold beer, Oreo candy, liquid instant pho, and goldfish. Breakfast of champions out here. And then I think to rouse me out of my non-caffeinated days, I think I'll probably just jump in the old Salmonberry River. What are you doing and why are you doing this? My shoes are not that cool. But yes, they might smell that bad. Just took a little bit of a break to do some drawing. Stream side here. Riverside, I guess. Drawing some of those flowers. Think about maybe tackling those rocks over there next. And also, for now, I think I might just have a little walk, stretch out a little bit. I think I've decided to at least enjoy a little bit more time here at the spot. Figured there's no rush to get back. I can maybe do a couple more hours of drawing. I was thinking I could maybe cross the river, have a little dip, bask in the sun, and then head on back. Alright, I am just packing up. I think I'm going to cross the old river and maybe have a little dip and yeah, unwind a little bit from this stressful day. Hard part of the day is done. Made it across the crossing just fine. And now I think I'm going to do a little swimming, chill out, enjoy the rest of the day. It's always a little spooky. This adventure has been a little particularly spooky in parts. Just the river crossings, the numerous river crossings, both with and without gear. Finding outrageous, like, tunnels in the middle of nowhere. It's not really the middle of nowhere, but it's in the middle of the wilderness, which is something that's striking, stands out. So, just finished up some reading, and yeah, had a great time. Get to go up this little rope thing. Now that I'm on the way out, I'm starting to think about what I want to eat for dinner. You ever just get that feeling that you want to have coffee and a beer at the same time? That's always how I feel after a hike. Because you know the beer is just going to start weighing you down. And you're already tired to begin with. That's where I'm at right now. Pizza sounds good. Burger sounds good. Mexican food sounds good. That's the stuff right there. God, this is so awkward to hold.
Alright, I have arrived back at the trailhead, back at the car in all its glory. And my phone's running out of storage space, so I think this is going to be a smash cut to me eating food.